think about how you load different types of resources onto your web pages. For JavaScript, you use the script tag. For CSS, you probably use a link tag. For images, you use the IMG tag. We have the video tag, the audio tag, all sorts of different ways that you're going to import content or load content into your website. As you know, these methods are fairly simple and they work really well. Unfortunately, up until now, we don't have an easy way to import HTML into our web page. Our solutions at this point are iframes, Ajax, or using some other sort of scripting language. Fortunately, with the use of web components, we're able to import HTML documents into other HTML documents. You're not limited to HTML markup either. You can also include CSS, JavaScript, anything an HTML file can contain can be imported into another HTML file. This makes it easier to build modular web pages and promotes the reuse of assets. This also allows you to use a single asset and repurpose it in more than one web page easily and simply. By using HTML imports, you use the same link tag that you're already using to add external CSS to your pages. The only difference is you're going to change the rel attribute to import instead of style sheet. The rel attribute tells the browser to go get the content at the supplied URL and make it available for you to use in the page. Importing does not mean that the content has been added to the page. It just tells the browser to go fetch the content and make it available in the context of importing it to the page so that you'll have access to it later. The browser's network stack automatically dedupes all requests from the same URL. This means that imports that reference the same URL are only retrieved once. No matter how many times an import at the same location is loaded, it only executes once. The scripts and imports do not block the main page either. All of these things make the HTML imports a great way to reuse modular elements within a page. Unfortunately, not all browsers natively support the HTML imports at this time. Chrome and Opera do natively support HTML imports. Microsoft is considering adding this support to their new Edge browser. Mozilla and Apple have indicated that they do not intend to implement this feature in Firefox or Safari. Luckily, there is a polyfill that will work in these browsers. The polyfill can be located at this address. And the file that you're going to need is called webcomponentslite.js. Here's the GitHub address that I was just referencing. There's all kinds of polyfills that are available for the HTML web components specification. If you scroll down, the one that you're going to need is the webcomponentslite.js. This will make everything compile in advance and ensure that all of the new features are going to work in any of the modern browsers. If you want to find out more about the polyfills, I would encourage you to visit the website webcomponents.org/polyfills. This has further explanation about polyfills and tells you different things that you can do with them. I'll demonstrate how I'm going to use polyfills to ensure that the web page that I'm going to build is going to work in all of the browsers. We'll look at that in the next exercise.